Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year 2021. We are getting out of 2020 and we are moving into higher frequencies, more than you realize, and we're getting ready to step into what will be a year of 5, 2021. Numerology is a 5. And so when we step into these higher consciousness fields, it is moving into a light consciousness, and it is in the awareness and the moving into the higher states of consciousness that you want to be throughout 2021. And so the masters have asked me to deliver you a little bit of an activation just to prepare your own soul journey, your own soul igniting of an enlightenment frequency that's going to keep you balanced and structured in your body, in your mind, and at peace as you're taking this giant leap into a whole new way of living, a giant leap out of the 2020 and everything that was behind us in our waveforms of thinking and our waveforms of communicating to one another, our waveforms of intuitiveness, moving into telepathic waveforms, a leap of jumping over into a whole new grid system of who you are. And so it is, to me, a really exciting new energy of light that we've been blessed with since solstice, when that massive alignment of Saturn and Jupiter came in, creating what many felt was the Star of Bethlehem, or a massive crossing of light into a higher crossing of consciousness. And that's the bridges that I speak about. When you move into the higher consciousness, you're actually bridging your mind into an opening of different dimensional frequencies of consciousness. And so when we saw that cross that was created of the two planets aligning on the same eve of the solstice, a linear alignment of Mother Earth with the sun and the moon, creating stillness for that moment. When that stillness took place is when the highest opening of a portal of realms could tap down onto our consciousness fields of the entire planet. So yes, we're going through topsy-turvy times. There's a lot of uncertainty and there's a lot of unknown fields that we've yet to walk through. But we know, just as the seas became parted with Moses, and the fear of the highest death overcoming them at that time, and that 40-day time frame of many, many transferences of energies throughout the many historical moments of 40 days and 40 nights in the desert, 40 days and 40 nights of creation, 40 days and 40 nights in the wilderness, is all part of the renewing and reviewing. Where will you be 40 days from now? Where are you going to be taking that giant leap of consciousness into a light consciousness of trusting, aligning, knowing, and being a new light source that was divinely orchestrated onto this planet, into her grid systems, into her ley lines, into the sacred vortices where all the temples are built, where all the sacred monuments are, where the civilizations arrived and left footprints and hieroglyphs and petroglyphs. And all of this has been, to me, a very fascinating moment of reality, that we are not alone and that there is a higher stream of a higher intelligent consciousness arriving to greet us into the 2021. How could it happen on a Christmas solstice month that a conjunction of two planets with Pluto along the way also assisting and guiding bring forward such a unified field of blessed light consciousness onto Mother Earth, knowing in the realms that the consciousness on this planet is ready to move into ascension. And how do we ascend? Well, we're not dying. No, our consciousness is ascending. We're moving into light formats, such as telepathy. We're moving into light acknowledgements of our body shifting and releasing old memories in the cellular body. And we're becoming more aware and focused of what is going on around us and trusting that we need to be in a higher grid system of knowledge that is more prevalently moving around us than ever before. And so they manage my vibrations of light frequencies with the light languages that moves the mind into an unknowing state and a listening state. And so many do speak the different languages, and some interpret the languages, and some just feel the blessing of the energy of the languages. And so I'd like for the masters to give us all a message in preparing us for the beautiful, beautiful energy that is around us, and that we step into a positive, an unknowing but positive reality, that everything that is taking place is for our own ascension, and that we must hold the path of light. We must bring in this heightened vibrations of frequencies of our own grid systems, of our own soul cellular being, and recreate a grid system or a matrix field, maybe a hologram, maybe a pyramid, maybe a white sphere, maybe an archangel, maybe a pillar of light, maybe a sacredness of laying on Mother Earth's heartbeat on the sand or in the water. You will have that guidance from your own inner soul heartbeat that is being tapped into more often than you realize right now in the higher realms of who you were and who you are vastly jumping into. This is a year of 5. What does 5 represent? Well, it represents 5 points. It represents the 5th dimension that we're seeking to be in reality of. It represents new beginnings, new endings. It represents a new living format of thinking, represents new guidance and new letting go to step onto new pathways. It represents a heightened new vibration of breathing in the essence. It represents a new journey, a true new journey. That yes, we're changing our way of thinking, our way of operating, and our way of directions given to us or set aside to think about how we're going to be in those times of seclusion. And so for me, I honor the seclusion. I honor the body, and taking a time away from being embedded with all other consciousness fields. I honor the greatness that I have time to be with my own energies, with my own body, and love every aspect, every energetic field that I hear and see and feel moving in, that's shifting me, that's igniting me and enlightening me that, well, we're going to be taking a new path, and that path path that we're taking is of enlightenment, and that we're going to be transmitting that light that we are infusing in our quiet time now into our heartbeats, into our hands, into the inner minds, into the words that will be spoken, the words that will be delivered. We're going to be taking all of that and transmitting it in love quotients onto Gaia's kingdoms, onto the elements, onto the realms, and especially onto one another. That's what we want to do on this new path of new light consciousness that is arriving in this year of a 5-pointed star, 5 directions, 5 movements of energies around us, the 5 elliptical shifts of consciousness that will be arriving, the 5 light bodies of creation that I will be building in January throughout till the end of May, and the 5 vibrations of the pentahedron and many other octahedrons, dodecahedrons, and sacred geometric formulas that you will be introduced to during your own ascension of consciousness. It's not the soul body ascending and dying. No, it is the consciousness that has been living in your body in a lowering vibration that is ascending and retrieving the light and building a light field around you and ascending the light vibrational codes in chords of telepathic knowledge onto one another. Absolutely fascinating. I just wonder whether those masters that once lived and walked and breathed on this planet, such as Buddha, the ancient ones, the sacred ones of ascended masters in physical form, those names of Jesus, Mary Magdalene, Moses, Ezekiel, did they actually, in the 5th dimensional timeline, did they feel these high-pitched frequencies of higher energies teleporting them in and out of their own timelines? How did Nostradamus and Da Vinci create, and Tesla and Edgar Cayce create such superconscious minds? They had to leave the grid system of their body. They had to move into a grid system of a higher quotient of light, which means they had to enter into a portal of higher consciousness, the superconsciousness that is now being unveiled through the portals of light that is igniting now on the planet. And so this is why I find that yes, we are going through devotions of time to be in seclusion or to be in states of unknowingness, but it's not to feel trapped. It's not to be feeling ordered in or pushed into something. Maybe it is just time to be in quietness and to begin rebuilding, reconnecting, rejuvenating, and revitalizing that what is within of your consciousness to that what has been in the unknown, unseen consciousness areas of our higher consciousness field. You cannot know what you do not already know, as you cannot see what there is not to see. And if you are not listening, you cannot hear what there is to truly hear and know and see from a higher vibration of reality. And these reality portals have been opened to us and gathered through the planetary alignments, gathered through the sun and moon and earth alignment, gathered through the ocean tectonic plates cracking open as bergs are moving. It's all in ascension, and it's happening. And to be a part of this unveiling vibration of the fifth dimension and the higher consciousness is to become oneness with it, to step into a oneness frequency of loving who you are, loving the changes that you will be building within yourself, and loving that what is around me is coming to love me, assist me, guide me, and project me into transmissions of light onto Gaia's elements, onto her kingdoms, beginning with man kingdom. Yes, there will be those who are confused and angered and unwavering thought forms and shuffling against brick walls on their own. You are not to be a part of that. You are to remember you are building from within your own grid system of crystals of light consciousness, and that you are building a communication from your heartbeat, not from your mind, from your heartbeat. Home is where the heart is. The heart connects you through the love vibrations of freedom, and love heals those who are transmitting awkwardness around you. And so when we anchor our feet on the floor, when we tap into the stillness around us, and we focus on the stillness around us, and we listen to the frequencies of variable pitches and rings and tones, and become those variables of light tones. And breathe it in through the crown. Breathe it in through the heart. And see your sacred geometric pattern building around you in a visionary mind if you cannot see. Feel the intimate vibrations connecting you and building a new aura of light, intelligences. There they go, letting go, and receiving. Breathe it in, hold it in your heart, resonate it within your mind, feel it on your hands, anchor it through your feet and your body. You should or no. Breathe it in once more and allow it to align into the beauty in every chakra, in every cell, in every organ, in every ache or pain, in every uncertainty within your body. Breathe in the higher vibrations, gently calming your body. Elevating your mind. Allowing you to soar into a higher conscious state of your mind. the essence of your divine presence, of a soul light consciousness, is waving light quotients of light particles around you, above you, within your heart, within your mind. Peacefulness, gentleness, connecting, light, intelligently. You are moving into a state of being. A higher consciousness thread, and you are blanketed by the protection of your own master chords, of your own master fields of light. They just appear in this divine light that you are elevating into. The moment you connect to the higher frequencies that you hear, a golden light of a higher divinity arrives to encapsulate and protect you. You are not shifting. You are simply receiving the light frequencies and the dancing of sacred geometric tones, vibrations, shapes, and hues is creating a field of light around you for protection and for recreating a new consciousness field for you to tap into at any time. You are feeling uncertain, unknowing, or fear. These are the higher light consciousness fields that are pouring around you, that you are tapping into now, that are there in any moment of stillness of the body, of the mind, to tap into, to release, and to heal. And yes, to align you into the higher state of being. Very gently. Practice the stillness, the connecting to the vibrations of these light ratios of light intelligent fields that is bathing all elements, all kingdoms, consciousness. Just become oneness and just be master energy. You may hear the voice of your inner child saying, just be me. That request is asking, just be me, the master energy of all that you are. And this is where we will be throughout 2021, stepping into the master energy of all that we are, that has been hidden below and now is ready to be unveiled, untapped, and jumping, leaping, stepping into mastery. Everything behind has already happened. We know the program now. We understand the format. And the new format is letting go of the programs and stepping into mastery and be on the ascension of every strand, of every vibration, of every word that you hear. It is an elevating frequency for you to listen and tap into and become oneness of. Thank you for joining me this evening. Have a beautiful, peaceful, wonderful, happy new year. What is it that they say? You kick the door on your way out. Bye-bye, 2020. We're done. So we can say goodbye to 2020. And yeah, if you want to kick the door on the way out, that's a good idea, because we're on to something new in 2021. Blessings. Blessings on your day. Blessings on your evening. And get ready for 2021, where you will be tapping into your higher consciousness more often. And know that Gaia is ascending, and she has all of her planetary friends coming in to help her, just as you have all of your spirit guides, masters, divine ones, angelic ones, celestial ones, timelines of ancient ones. They're all coming. They're all here. We're not alone. And so take good care of yourself, and we'll see you on the upcoming course that I'm starting on January 20th of building and creating a crystallite body for 2021. We are evolving. Thank you so much for spending time with me throughout 2020 with my masters of infinite intelligence. And we look forward to having you on board and many more. Anyone who wants to join us, you let them know what we're all about. And we'll see you in 2021. Blessings. I love you. Take good care and enjoy your evening with love.